Welcome to Prague, but we're not seeing the astronomical clock. We're not seeing the castle or the market square. We go to places that maybe tourists would not go to, somewhere a little bit different. Oh, and behind me, Francis Scarina, who was a humanist, botanist, a translator, and one of the first printers of books in Eastern Europe. Yeah, let's go and explore. Well, let's start as we mean to go on. We're in Cafe Nova Svet, and this is outside of the main Prague district. Here we go. So an open sandwich, poached eggs, toast, other bits and bobs. Let's give it a try. Oh, hang on. Check that out. That was a egg explosion. Lovely little place. Looks like it's out the way in a little district. It's huge. Let's get the egg. Pepper dressing as well. A decent hot chocolate. Oh, lovely. I'm going to finish this, and then we're going to go to a monastery that is also a brewery. So the location I'm actually at is the Zahrada Cherninskeho Palace, around this area, and I must say, it's so quaint. These little small roads, beautiful old houses as well. It is really, it's just beautiful, nice and quaint. But everywhere you look, there are kind of these beautiful buildings that are so detailed and immaculate. I'm going to show you one in a second. I can only assume this is part of the palace, but you've got beautiful embossed brickwork there. And if you can see the detail, I'll move my finger. It's almost like it's little faces with crazy moustaches or a weird tongue that's split into two. But the detail on it is just crazy, and that's the same everywhere you look. Well, we are at Brevnov Monastery. This was built and founded in 993 AD, and it is the oldest monastery in Czechia. It also houses, though, the oldest brewery in Czechia. Now, this is just west of Prague Castle, and this is certainly less touristy and out the way, so it's peaceful, it's relaxing, and some absolute stunning buildings, just like this behind me. In 1950, the monks here were all exiled during the Soviet regime. The monastery was turned into government buildings for their use. However, during the fall of communism in 1990, it was restored to a monastery. The Benedict monks came back and they live and work here today. What's lovely to actually see here is that it's not just the monks using this. There are people walking their dogs and playing with their dogs. There's people that stroll through here, you know, with the pushchairs with their babies, because it is clearly a lovely, relaxing spot. Whether or not you believe in the whole monk way of life or anything, this is a really beautiful little spot for everyone to be able to potentially use. Okay, let's be honest, the real reason for coming here is to try some beer made by monks, and oh my God, you can smell the hops. It is very strong. Klasterne Senk. So here it is. This is what I'm really here for in this monastery. Benedict XII. But do you know what I find funny? In the UK, if you got poured a lager with a head this size, people would send it back and expect a new one with no foam at all. But I suppose in Europe, it adds to the flavour. So let's give it a try. I don't really like beer, to be honest. Every time I have beer on this channel, I don't actually really like beer, but we'll see, we'll see. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say it is my favourite thing to drink. I'm a cider drinker. I like the fruitiness. But that does go down easily. It's not too fizzy. Like, it's not fizzy at all, really. The foam adds to the... hang on, let's try again. The foam makes it kind of light and airy, obviously, but yeah, there's no point in me describing what the beer tastes like because I don't really know. Let's scrap that. Look, I'm here. Monks have made this beer, and I'm drinking it. So if you want to come to a monastery and just don't care about the religious side of it, come and have a beer. Well, that beer went down, I suppose. I drank it all. Now, next stop is another monastery, but this one has a different, really cool aspect about it. So let's head there right now. Well, welcome to Strahov Monastery, and this is the basilica here. It was built and a part of the monastery in the 12th century. Now, look, it's another church. It's grand, it's gold. But fun fact for you, in 1787, Mozart actually played the organ here. I'm literally chucking these facts at you, bang, bang, bang. So appreciate them. But yeah, it's a church, very grand, gold, lavish. If this is what you're into, then come. The real reason for coming here, though, is actually the Strahov Library, which is behind me. It is apparently one of the most beautiful in the world. So let's go check it out and see if that's true. Yeah, I'm not paying to get into a library, so here are the overlays now of what they look like. But basically there are two big halls. There is the Theological Hall, built in 1679. That one features Baroque style, like a lot of the buildings around here. And on the ceiling there is a fresco called Wisdom, a Gift from God. It features rare medieval books, illuminated manuscripts and globes. But the second hall, which is a massive two-storey hall built in 1780s, the ceiling fresco is The Spiritual Development of Mankind. That is really enlightening. I'm sure it will change your life. Unfortunately, I didn't pay to get in. But it holds around 42,000 historical books, including rare prints and scientific works. But don't worry, I've got better views for you. Because just check this out where I'm going now. So you want a better view than the library? Okay, here we go. Check this out. This is probably one of the best views over Prague. You can see so much from over in the distance. You can see the castle and the cathedral. You've got the Charles Bridge as well. You've got the TV tower in the distance, the observation tower as well. So just look at this. Look, it is a very difficult job I do. It is. So I'm going to make it really much harder by eating a cherry pistachio dessert. So it's literally cherries. Oh my God. It's like a cherry glaze with the pistachio in the middle and the pistachio crumbs. This is very difficult, guys. Honestly, you should be thankful that I'm doing this for you. Oh, that is incredible. Now, the cherry glaze gives it that sweet zestiness with the earthy pistachio, and then the pistachio nuts on the outside. Wow, that is just insane. There you go. Now, obviously, it's not quite hot chocolate, but it is cocoa, cacao, however you want to call it. Done to perfection. It's such a cool vibe around here with these kind of design shops and streetwear. They're really kind of showcasing what Czech Republic has to offer in terms of the designs that they have. But look at it. It's just transformed into something new from something that isn't being used anymore. So as I've just walked past a barber's, I'm going to have a little trim because I'm looking a little bit rough. There's a bit of artwork. There you go. Nice. Okay, let's go get my hair done. Well, how do I look? So basically, that wasn't cheap. 690 Czech, which is over £22, but it was for time as well. I should have got my beard trimmed, but I had a little massage, a little trim. It was interesting though because there was a female barber, which you don't normally get in England, which was pleasant, which was very pleasant. So next stop, we're going to go along the river and get some more scenic views in before we end today's vlog. The things you stumble across. Jesus crust. That is a sensational name for a cheese-based food takeaway. Just genius. Well, that's a wrap on today's adventure, where we've gone to find some places where the tourists don't usually go. We've gone to monasteries, local breweries. We have also seen sites that are incredibly beautiful, along with modern design and hipster cafes. Now, don't worry though, because on next week's episode, I am going to visit the classic Prague that you all know and expect. Some of those landmarks, some of those picture-perfect sites. So if you did enjoy this video and you're looking forward to more, then obviously hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.